So we are done. I've checked, there's no other algebra. I only found indices. Now, since we are done with paper questions on algebra on paper 1, both for internal and GCE, let's look at algebra in paper 2. Let's see if we can find some algebras. Algebra. These are matrices, sets, algebra. Found it. So this is a quadratic equations under same topic of algebra. We get to find these in algebraic equations, or maybe perhaps quadratic equations. So they are still algebra, all right? But I won't dwell much in these, okay? Let's look at this, right? This one here, okay? For that one, you can still use the quadratic formula. It's not like I'm running away from it, okay? So this is algebra in paper 2. All right, so it's saying simplify, okay? So now how do we get to simplify that? Let's go. All right, so now let's do this. How do you get to simplify such a question? So now how we are going to simplify this one is by difference of two squares. We get to factor out 2, first to factorize, then factorize further by difference of two squares, then simplify. How? Let's try this. All right, so we get factor out 2. All right, we get factor out 2. So what we're going to do is you say 2 for our numerator. So 2x divided by 2 is x. 14 divided by 2 is 7. That is for our numerator. Then for denominator, we'll do the same. 2, we factor out 2. So remain 2x squared divided by 2 is x squared. Then negative 98 divided by 2, we get negative 49. Right, then the 2 and 2 cancel out. So we remain now with x plus 7 over x squared minus 49. So we get to factorize now by difference of two squares our denominator. You might ask, but how? You need to have perfect squares, then a minus. That is how. So if x plus 7, then after that we are going to express as squared. So x squared, then 49 can be expressed as a squared by 7 squared. 7 squared is same as 49. All right. After we express it as squares like the way we did, we say x plus 7 over, then we can split, say x minus 7, then we say x plus 7. That's how you get to factorize by difference of two squares. So that this and that will cancel out. How many x plus 7 are there? 1. X plus 7, we have 1. So our final answer will be 1 over x minus 7. This is our final answer. This is our final answer. Please, if you still have problem with how to solve difference of two squares, I can advise you, especially if you're in my WhatsApp group, I'll advise you attempt questions on how to factorize by difference of two squares. Then send the solution to me. I check it out, then I'll give you feedback. Where you're making mistakes, I'll point it out, or if anything, I'll make videos explaining how you go about it. And in so doing, you are going to have no problem regarding different factorizing using difference of two squares. Thank you so much for watching this. Let's keep on watching, and of course, we still are solving more questions under algebra. Let's go for it.